1. Propaganda was employed on a global scale. Unlike previous wars, this was the first total war in which whole nations and not just professional armies were locked in mortal combat. This and subsequent modern wars required propaganda to mobilize hatred against the enemy, to convince the population of the justness of the cause, and to enlist the active support and cooperation of neutral countries, and to strengthen the support of allies. This poster is trying to get people to join the army. This man in the poster is Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is well known in the military. Uncle Sam was meant to be motivational for Americans to join the United States military forces. In this picture, he is pointing at you and telling you that he wants you to join him in the war. There were many posters made to persuade you into joining the army. These posters are talking about how you should save food and give it to the military. These savings of food are called rations. They are the specified amounts of food that each person gets to make sure everyone gets the same amount and that none gets wasted.
During World War I, there was a push to conserve stuff and things for soldiers. Fats from animals would be saved for explosive, for example. The posters would be asking for women to rush their fats from their foods to the nearest military facilities. Germany was depicted as the Hun. The origin of the term dated back to the Boxer Rebellion, which was in 1899 to 1900s. In depeching his troops to China, Kaiser Wilhelm II instructed them in a speech to behave like the Huns of an old wreck vengeance. This is a quote, "Let the Germans strike fear into the hearts, so he'll be feared like the Hun." Atrocity propaganda focused on the most violent acts committed by the German, the Austrian-Hungarian armies, emphasizing their barbarity and providing justification for the conflict. Germany is considered to have lost the propaganda war, and this made it easy for other countries to get their people angry at Germany. It also angered people that Germany stormed into neutral countries and took over. Military service offered young men the chance to travel the world and see places that they have never dreamt of seeing. Here, a young sailor with a suitcase in hand steps ashore on leave.
From the beginning of World War I, both sides of conflict used propaganda to shape international opinion. In this particular poster, the United States is trying to say, here, enlist. Stop Germany from reaching our shores and wreaking havoc and taking over our beautiful country. Military service offered many men the chance to travel the world and see places they could only dream of. Here, two soldiers are training for spy purposes, which were not exactly said. Even the smallest children were enlisted in the war effort. Wheat was needed for soldiers, and so children and their mothers were encouraged to eat other grains such as oatmeal, corn, and rice, and were reminded, like children everywhere, to clean their plates.